There's a CD right here that came out in '99. So it was a CD-ROM that you. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to another edition of What's in the Box. So I want to go over valuation because I have a bunch of emails about how I'm valuing the products in these videos. By the way, you got my email. It's in the notes of this video, also on Facebook. I'll also put it on the bottom of the screen right now. If you're interested in purchasing anything great, just reach out to me. If you have any questions or comments about the show, reach out to me. I'd like not to sell things off in individual pieces. I'm trying to sell them off in blocks and chunks because it will take me forever to ship out each individual Fairbanks-Morse or GG1. So we're trying to sell things in lots and sell them instead of selling them individually. So the price guide. So my dad went to Pace University, graduated in like 66, Paces in New York City. He was an accountant. He immediately fell in love with computers and computer programming. The computers were starting to make become commonplace to the consumer market and the business market at that time. So he first started coding in assembler and then COBOL, common business language. And he used to keep track of all of his trains in those packages and then print out these giant sheets of paper, dot matrix printers, so these huge sheets of paper. And he would keep track of his inventory that way. Then as time went on, we got a TRS-80. I remember as a kid, he had brought a TRS-80 home and he started keeping track of that. TRS-80 was this big block, huge computer put out by Radio Shack. It lasted, I don't know how many years, but we had one for a little while. It was kind of fun to play with, but it was a monochrome screen, used 5¼ inch floppy disks. It wasn't really a great machine to use. Then came the era of the PC and Lotus 1-2-3 spreadsheets, then Excel. And then around 1998, 1999, I'm a developer as well. I started developing a software package for my dad in Visual Basic. I think at that time it was Visual Basic 4 with a Microsoft Access database backend. He liked that package a lot. So what he did was he started selling it. We took the package and I created. Here's the CD right here that came out in '99. So it was a CD-ROM that you would buy online and we'd ship to you. And you take the CD-ROM and you'd put it into your PC, install it, and then have an executable file. The package was called MI Trains, standing for My Inventory Trains. We had the jacket that came out like this. It explained exactly how to install it and how to use it. That was the back, and then the back cover gave you like a shot of what it used to look like, the application. And this is great. This is back when you actually had to install software on your PC. And I know certain companies still sell software like that, but everything now is browser-based or web-based, and you don't do things. You have software as a service, so your software sits on a server somewhere, and you log into it. But back in '99 and 2000, you actually bought software. You still can today, but you bought software. You took it, installed it on your machine. And what would happen is my father would put out updates. So he would put out a price guide update 1 or 2 times a year. And what would happen is he would email you that MDB file, Microsoft Access Database file. You would put it on your hard drive in the path of this software, and then you'd have an updated price guide. So you could see how your trains would increase in value over time. We're fortunate we got featured in a Toy Train magazine. So this is the I can't see. This is the March 2000 issue. We were featured in this magazine as our software product. And then this is the September 2001 issue. We were featured in that as well. So it was a lot of fun writing this and everything else. Now my dad did this through 2015, so almost 15 years. Then he got sick and he stopped updating his price guide. So what I'm using is his 2015, his last price guide update of what he did. And he did his price guide updates by going to meets all over the place. Obviously, he went to meets in New York and Harrisburg and the one in Denville, New Jersey, and the big one in Wayne, New Jersey. But then he went all over the country as well. He did a little bit of eBay research also and saw what things were going for on there. But that's how he came up with his pricing, his valuation of what things are worth. And I'm using that right now to value what he currently has. Now, I understand that was 2015. But I find it hard to believe that these antiques have depreciated in value instead of appreciated in value. These aren't Beanie Babies or something else. These are antiques that are made, cast in either the United States or in China. I know I've been kind of critical of China and their manufacturing. I'm not critical of what is made in China. I go to China a lot on business. I'm an IT. Shenzhen makes some incredible stuff. What I'm saying is that you have a company, Lionel, that was manufacturing items in America, and then to save money, they offshored their production. And instead of having the real nice, for example, on a diesel, a plastic diesel with the metal ladder and the metal horn on top and the ornamentation of the metal vent, you had all that in a mold now. They made an injection mold, and they injected it into it, and it's all plastic. And that's what I mean about the quality being much less when it got taken over by General Mills, when they took it over. I'll have to look it up and make sure I know which company it is. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. So if you have any comments, you can reach out to me through email. It's going to be at the screen right now. And you can also, if you want to purchase anything, let me know what you want to purchase, and we can, negotiate a price. But the value price, I think, is a fair price because I know that things have appreciated since then. So thanks again for watching, and I'll get back and opening more boxes now. Thanks.